Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome you back once again to the One Up Super Series. You are in for a treat tonight with a 100-lap race here at Eldora. These drivers are racing for $50. Once again, I am Charles up in the booth. With me again tonight is Robert Dietz.
How's it going,
Robert, how
boss?
you doing?
Good, good.
They,
How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing really good, and looking forward to this. 100 laps of this track. That's a long time to be in a car,
It
even
seems
in the
like a lot
virtual
of laps,
world.
but is it really? It shouldn't really take too long, huh? It's not really a long race.
No, you run one of these with very few cautions, and you can get through one of these races in a hurry. Because I mean, they're running 15, anywhere from 15 twos to
Right, right.
16-second laps. So I mean, you do almost 4 laps a minute around this
True.
place.
Yep.
As we're sitting there watching two cars kind of collide. We are in a special little circumstance tonight for the viewers out there. I'm in the
We
lobby
are.
that you're watching here, where Robert is actually in another lobby, because there's that many people qualifying for this race that we had to open up two lobbies. I've got approximately 25 drivers in mine. Robert, let me have
I
in
got
your lobby.
23 in mine. I got 23.
Yeah, we have just about as many drivers as we do for the payout. So about 50 drivers and about $50. So unfortunately, it doesn't break up that way. They don't each get $1 for showing up. But the winner will definitely take home a nice little paycheck today. See, I'm looking at mine.
That's brought to us by our partners and friends over at TND Rustic Décor, isn't it?
Yes, it is. They're doing a lot for this league and the No Excuses Sim series. Both of them have benefited greatly from that. Um, we got some good drivers in here tonight. I mean, like I said, we said last week, all these drivers are great. There's actually two pros in this lobby with we got Christian and T-Dog Hurst, as he's called in here. So we got two pros in this one, and I believe you said Tyler Hudson's over in your lobby today, right?
Yeah, I got Tyler Hudson. I got Adam Apple here, who won the second race last week.
Yeah, so this is going to be actually interesting for him to see how this goes down, because he is definitely wanting that $50, because, I mean, that'll go a long way towards anything. But unfortunately for him, starting in the back because he won the last race. So,
Is that how it's going to work this race? They're going to take the top 10 of each qualifying session.
yes,
So we have 20 total drivers.
yeah, there's going to be 20 drivers total. So,
So I'm seeing actually Adam is in 10th spot past this right now in this session.
yeah, so basically all he's got to do for this race is qualify.
He just needs to make
Um,
make a top 10.
So yeah,
That time.
as long as he makes the race, he's in good shape. So again, we'll be taking the 20 from, or 10 from mine, 10 from yours. So it'll be 20 people total converging on the thing. And those 4 spots that are left to finish up the field, those are going to be your points, people. That way that they're for sure in there running for points. Because this is
Okay, so we have 24 total.
yeah, it'll be 24 total. I mean, it is a big race for money, but these guys are also running for a championship out here, so
Right.
nobody wants to lose their championship, because there was a bunch of other guys in here this week.
Well, I mean, I like that. I mean, coming from a driver's standpoint, that definitely throws a little mix into things. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good for competition.
And
And you get some money on the line to make them, fight for something a little more than just point standings.
I
that's cool,
believe
that's cool.
we have some more
Fun.
big payout races coming up, so it's going to be real interesting to see how many come out. Some of those I think there's a 80 to win race towards the end of the season. So, and I know from inside source we can't reveal too much at this point, but there is some more stuff in the works as well.
There's always stuff in the works, isn't there?
Oh yeah, there's always behind the scenes stuff going on. So it's really good. Now sitting there, we're watching Tyler Burgess, brand new paint job for that number 2 car today. So He'll be sporting that for this race. So hopefully he can put it up in victory lane. I know he definitely would love to give them sponsors a nice little shout out.
Yep, all about them sponsors.
Yes, I got. I was just checking here. We got 26 in drivers in here right now. Grant, the number 16's got the fastest lap time with a 16:061.
16:061, huh?
My bad. Sorry about that. It was actually his last lap. I apologize. 15:830 is his fastest lap time.
Well, that'll get you second. That'll get you second place in my session.
Oh, who's up? Got the pole on yours so far?
Take a guess.
I'm gonna throw out a guess and say Tyler Edson probably.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's got a 15.821. Tim Bills has a 15.855 in second place.
Not bad. Yeah, we've got some really close times. We got second place is only off by 0.014 in this lobby, and there for second we had a car blinking pretty bad. So hopefully he gets that sorted out before the race.
And the track still looks pretty fast as far as the groove. I mean, it looks fresh. There's a little groove forming up high.
It's just about the same over here. You can definitely tell a groove. Looks like entering 3, there's a little more rubber on the track than there is much else. Turn 1 has some good. So the coming into the turns, there's rubbering up pretty good, but that's about it.
Yeah. You never know. We can still see some fast lap times.
And the thing with this particular series, when the actual qualifying starts to make it fair on everyone, it's already a fixed setup, so everyone's on a level playing field there. It's all about how you can drive. The track will actually reset to 35% usage.
But yeah, I think that's a good call.
So yeah, the track's good. You want it to get turn out rolling good and be nice and slick, so it'll be nice and fast. Get a dry, slick track, but I have a feeling by 100 laps during the race, it's going to get a little dusty tonight. So, like we said last week, everybody loves their favorite condiment on their hot dogs and hamburgers. A little dust never hurt anybody. So, yeah, we'll be paying attention to that, see if it throws a little dust and goes dry slick, or if it rubbers up and puts some grip. But I would imagine it'll probably get some dust in it tonight.
So, would you prefer a little Eldora dirt on your hot dog or Williams Grove?
Oh, that's a tough call there. I probably would go with Eldora just because of the historic value of this track.
True, yeah. It must be good luck, right? Or something like that, maybe?
Yeah. Plus, everyone that knows this track knows that it was built by Earl, but now Tony Stewart owns it. So, it's owned by someone who made their way up to the NASCAR level, but I mean, deep down, he's still a dirt track racer, and he'll always be a dirt track racer. So, which is funny, we're sitting here looking at the 40 car on the stream that is running the orange colors. So, that just reminds me of Tony Stewart myself. But the old number 20 Home Depot car, you haven't seen it in a while.
Right.
Yeah,
old smoke.
yeah, he
was one of my favorites.
It's sad to see him retired now, but hey, maybe we'll see him get in the dirt car again. And we got about a minute left here. Again, for the ones that weren't here last week and don't know what's going on, they run 4 laps. It takes about 5 minutes. They will run those 4 laps. We will see who the fastest drivers are. Combine the 20 fastest between the 2 lobbies here tonight, and then we'll add those 4 other drivers in, and we will go to the feature race. I'll have about a 10-minute practice or so to get a few laps in to get used to the track, and then we will run for 100 laps tonight. So that is a lot of laps. Biggest thing I think people are going to have to worry about tonight is fuel. You want to put just enough to get to the race, but if you miscalculate, that could be a night ender for you. And this thing, dirt track, you can't put fuel in the car. And even if you could, you'd be several laps down. So it'd ruin your night either way. Um,
How many gallons do you fit in a super late model? Do you know
I'm
exactly?
not sure on these particular ones. I know it's above 20, I believe. So
Right. Yeah. It's a lot of fuel. So.
I believe some of these guys, it's like 21 to 25 gallons is about what they'll
Right.
run, if I recall.
Right. Okay.
And I could be completely off on that too. As we actually are just starting qualifying now, so we will definitely see who's going to be the fastest here tonight. Well, if our qualifying, so yeah, we'll keep an eye. Obviously, they can see in here who's at the top of ours. We'll have to keep an eye on yours and see who comes to the top.
We're underway also.
And well, you definitely keep an eye on Brett for us.
Yeah.
Being that he is probably one of the youngest drivers in here. He's been practicing all week trying to see what he could do to get up into this race. So
That kid's got a lot of heart.
yeah, he can drive the wheels off just about anything.
Yeah.
And inside the little the pit area and stuff, that we pretty much refer to him as the guy from I can't think of the name, it's slipping my mind now, but from Days of Thunder, Cole Trickle, because he's working, he's trying to get up there, but he can drive the wheels off of anything.
Yeah. Sometimes he tries too hard.
Yeah, sometimes he likes to get that extra mud off the fence and in the wall, but overall he's a really good driver. So we'll be keeping an eye. Hopefully for him, he can squeeze his way in here. I know earlier during practice he was 10th fastest, so it was only by .004, but he was right there, and he would have locked himself in at that time. So it's going to be interesting. Right now we've got Travis Marsh up on the pole for this lobby. So it's really going to be interesting to see who makes it with this amount of drivers. It's really hard to tell, especially with all the fixed setups. I don't know what do you know what the separation is in yours? Because like first place over here, .010 is separating first and second.
Give me 1 second. I have 0.008 of a second between first and second place here.
Yes, and that's with this particular fixed setup. I mean, it's nothing fancy. It's just the stock outdoor setup that iRacing gives us. So it's gonna be competitive all night long. I'm looking here at the times, and first through eighth are only separated by .077. So there's not even a tenth of a second dividing the top 8 cars. So it's going to be real interesting to see how the racing unfolds for that 100 laps. Like I said earlier, I think it's going to be a lot of not running out of fuel for starters. It's going to be a mental game and a strategy game. You don't want to overdrive it trying to get to a position and end up losing 2 or 3 spots in the process. That is not what you want to do. So we'll definitely keep an eye over that. You don't want to get too crazy, but you also got to get to the front if you're not there to start with. So again, we'll just have to see how it all unfolds, as we got about 1 minute left to here in qualifying.
Well, speaking of starting in the back, and unfortunately, it looks like we won't see Adam Apple race.
Oh,
He is 13th fastest in my qualifying session here at a 15.961.
that's unfortunate for him, but I believe he will be in. I'm not sure. We'll have to clarify that.
He might be like, I guess you would consider that a provisional.
Yeah, because the way it's worked, if I read this correctly and talked to Tyler about this, it's you got your top 10, and then from each one, and then the top 4 in points that didn't qualify are the ones that are going to have that provisional.
There we go. Should be there.
Yeah, so with him being in second in points, he should be in the race. We'll definitely find out when we get in there. But I was just looking here that the number 78 of Christian, one of our pro drivers, is in 15th place. So I'm not sure if he's going to be in there or not. And I can check our point standings. And I know, yeah, we'll have to check. He's in 6th in points, so we'll have to check and see how that works out as qualifying just ended.
Yes.
So over here, we've got the 16 of Grant, 72 of Jason, 161 of Bryce, 28 of Gabe, 40 of Joshua, 178 of Chris, 78 Trevor. That wraps out our top 10. So who do we got over in that lobby?
Well, I have the old one of Tyler in first over here. 7 Howard Weaver, 151 Justin Fuller behind the wheel. Andrew Engels in the number 33. Cody McCauley in the 62. Tim Bills, Michael Watson, Scott Schrader, Brandon Smith, and Dan Murray in the 15 rounding out this session.
All right, so yeah, we those will be your top 10 in each lobby. So that will conclude qualifying. We will be back very shortly as soon as they get the official line out sorted out, and as soon as they get that sorted out and we get into that lobby, we will go live once again.